Just beating the play clock is gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now Wentz. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Mark Barron with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Now Sproles. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it first. And 10 inside their own 20-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with a second-year man. This is Jay Ajayi. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
82. Down the man inside, down the man.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Tate's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Ajayi. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Come on now, let's go.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on now, let's go.
Now Wentz. pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Goff on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Rolling to his right. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's second down.
Well, CD, as we look forward, get closer and closer to postseason, what do you think if you had to pick the Super Bowl teams right now, who would you take?
Let me start in the NFC. And I think that the Rams and New Orleans seem to have separated a little bit right now. They seem to be the prime 2 teams. But I'm looking in the NFC South, and the Carolina Panthers would scare the heck out of me if I were anyone in the NFC. Defense continues to get better. Cam Newton having his best season since his MVP year of 2015. Versatile weapons on offense now. I like the momentum that they've been building. On the AFC side, of course, you have to say New England until further notice, naturally. You have to say Kansas City. But I do think that Houston has really built something because of their defense especially. But bottom line for me, the Los Angeles Chargers are really starting to make a move with Phillip Rivers leading them.
Yeah, all the talk about the Chiefs, but the Chargers right there. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On play action, Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Working from the gun, Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
Super 66.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30.
Whoosh.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now it's Gurley, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Zerline's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice, intense, on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Go. 120. Ram.
Wentz to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Now it's Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the ball. Sunday. Lion. Hey, ram.
Back to throw. Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Lefty, lefty.
They run with Ajayi. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.